So we'll go to Mr. Levin now for 5 minutes.
Thank you. This amendment, in essence, addresses the basic principle. As we expand exports, and we must, we have to be concerned about American workers. We have to be worried about jobs. As far as I think we're concerned, this issue is non-negotiable. We are not going to leave it up to the Speaker to determine whether or not TAA will happen. It's been said there was a deal, apparently between the chairman of this committee, the chairman of finance, and the administration. But then we're told it's a deal on substance, but not on process. That isn't a deal. We've been through this before. We passed a bill through this committee on TAA. It was left to the Speaker. It never has happened. Look, I very much favor expanded trade, and I've worked on these trade agreements. But there is a basic set of principles that have to be followed, and that is increase the flow of commerce, but be concerned about its impact. It's a basic principle. Expand trade, but make sure its benefits are expanded. So this vote is a message to the administration, and that is, don't proceed unless it is absolutely clear that TAA will happen. And there's only one way we can be sure it will happen, and that is to include it in an FTA. It's the only way we're sure it will happen, because once it comes here, it cannot be amended. Now, the notion that, all right, we'll mark up the free trade agreements and also mark up separately a TAA, look, we've learned before that's an assurance of nothing. And I don't say this out of lack of respect. I say it out of the record. And I just want to repeat, this is not an issue of expansion of trade. It's an issue of concern about how it impacts. And it's a concern about jobs in America. And those who do not vote for this are essentially saying, we'll leave it to chance. When it comes to American workers and jobs, chance isn't good enough. So I urge you to reconsider your opposition. Let me just conclude with this. The Senate can go first, but anything they do on an FTA, the bill has to be held at the desk. In essence, it's here that we have to do the right thing. And we're not doing the right thing today if we vote against this amendment. We're essentially saying to workers in this country, as trade expands, if you're the losers, we won't take the steps to help you become winners. That's a dreadful mistake. I yield back.